Good morning, America.
That was Eve and she's telling her story in her new memoir, Who's That Girl? Michael sat down with her.
Yo, they wanna know who's that girl. Come on.
Rapper Eve has had hip-hop fans saying her name for 25 years. Now, she's opening up about her life in a new memoir, Who's That Girl? Who's that girl?
Oh my goodness, who is that girl? She has lived many lives. That's what it feels like.
Starting out, she was one of a few women in the rap world, and in 1999, she signed with the Rough Riders.
I always say it was my hip-hop boot camp because it was like, okay, we're in the studio 24 hours, you're in the studio 24 hours, and I had to prove myself. But it developed me as an artist.
After her debut album hit #1 on the Billboard charts, she went on to win a Grammy for Let Me Blow Your Mind, featuring Gwen Stefani. You literally had to fight with the record label.
Yes.
To have them let her be on the album.
Yeah, people were telling me, like, nobody's gonna believe this. And I'm like, well, why not? Like, she's an amazing artist. I was a huge No Doubt fan, and thankfully, I finally got them to believe in it.
She began acting and was riding high.
Who drank my apple juice?
But soon saw the warning signs of a drinking problem.
I was the youngest person on set, and I was still going to the club till 4 and having to get to table reads at 9, or having after parties in my dressing room. But I just kind of was like, I can do both. The only thing that I know I really had at the time was tons of anxiety and tons of what I would say now is maybe depression, but we didn't use those words back then.
Do you think that the alcohol was a way for you to kind of mask it?
100%. It was my go-to for my nerves. It was my go-to for my sadness. It was a crutch and a way to numb myself.
In 2007, she was charged with DUI, ordered to wear an ankle monitor, and to quit drinking.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Thankfully, I wasn't hurt. But it was the first moment after that I had to wear one of those ankle bracelets. And I remember being so scared of not drinking because I just wasn't comfortable with my feelings. And I couldn't remember when I hadn't drank, and I had to wear it for 56 days. And it was the best thing that had ever happened.
You said
to
that
me.
56 days saved your life.
It did, 100%. 100%.
In 2014, Eve married British businessman Maximilian Cooper, becoming stepmother to his 4 children, but she struggled to conceive. You revealed in 2006, you experienced an ectopic pregnancy. Yeah. You were diagnosed with endometriosis and fibroids. Yeah. Did you have any idea how that would affect your fertility?
No. Back then it's something nobody really talked about. Doctors barely even talked about it. I mean, I always had painful periods, but that's also something that they tell women. So I never thought anything of it. And I also never thought that I had to hurry up and have kids because I was like, I'm gonna fall in love, I'm gonna have kids. And it just didn't happen like that. And I had to go to a specialist, and she was the one that was like, yeah, you have like 14 fibroids. You have to have surgery to get rid of this. So.
But since then, you've gone on to have a son.
Yes.
Through IVF.
Yes, through IVF.
Which you were reluctant to do at first.
Yeah, I was.
Why?
I mean, I come from a family that we weren't religious, but we believed in God. And there's a whole element of that. And also being a woman, we put so much pressure on ourselves and thinking that as a woman, it's just supposed to happen. And I think there was a level of me having to talk to myself about like, no, you know, you need a little help. And that's okay, because I would not have my little baby. I wouldn't have Wild. I wouldn't. So I'm grateful.
Looking forward, what does the future chapter of your life look like?
My future chapters are going to be seen through my son's eyes. I definitely want to produce some things. I love TV. I love acting. So, yeah, we'll see. More music.
Who's that girl?
Yes.
Eve's that girl. Na 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 na.
Thanks to Michael for that. Who's That Girl is available tomorrow.